This is Miami All Access.
That's a pretty good end to the week with a big win over Ohio. Give us your thoughts.
Well, always nice to win the Battle of the Bricks, and quite frankly, it's my first one. It's our first one as a staff being here. But, you know, as the game started, I thought they actually played pretty well early, and they made shots, and, you know, our guys hung in there. And then, of course, we were able to sort of rack it up, the pressure, and really got our energy level up high. And I thought really played well defensively, you know, pretty much from that point on, and especially into the second half. One of our better team performances overall combined from everyone that was involved. And then, of course, we were able to get into the paint and really put some pressure on their defense. And you know, I thought our guys just sort of really seized the moment and really got into it with their enthusiasm. And then, of course, the fan support and the fans really got into it. So certainly nice to win that game, and happy for our guys because they've hung in there. It's no question we've had some tough losses down the stretch here, and yet and still our kids found enough energy and didn't feel sorry for themselves, and were able to get one at home, which is always nice.
Defense was by far the best I'd seen all year, and really in that second half was the deciding factor, I thought, in the game. It really led to some easy baskets, guys converting, and really brought up the energy level. Well,
you know, I think, you know, you always talk about the first 5 minutes coming out and playing well and being solid, but I thought probably for that first 8 to 10 minutes we're pretty good defensively. And as you said, you know, it's funny, you have different plays, energy plays, guys getting deflection steals, getting on the ground, getting loose balls and coming up with scores. But, you know, you look at the bench and you've got the bench all into it, and guys are just being happy for each other. You know, it was funny because, you know, a couple times Eric drove the ball and pitched it out to Zach in the corner. And I hear the guys on the bench yelling at Zach, you know, get this one, knock this one down. And he knocks it down, and the guys are going crazy for him. And so it's fun, and it's nice to see, and particularly nice because it was a special day for our program. Coach Cole's jersey going up in the rafters. His family was here, and, you know, it was a day that, you know, meant a lot. And so to be able to, you know, get the W against Ohio, which was obviously one of Coach Cole's favorite teams to play, that was special.
You had so many guys step up and contribute. You know, Will in the first half, Giovanni in the second half, Eric throughout the game, Zach McCormick in double digits as well. Just seemed like everybody, you pressed all the right buttons.
Well, I don't know if I pressed all. There you go. I don't know if I pressed all the right buttons. Let's just say the buttons that were pressed this time, they worked. Yeah. You know, but I mean, it all goes to the kids. I mean, I've said it and I'll say it again. In many ways, you know, a lot of the coaching things, they're overrated. And not to say that in a disparaging kind of way, but, you know, a lot of it is, you know, how kids are performing and where kids are mentally. And, you know, my job is to, like you said, try to hit the right buttons. But that energy and all that, all the credit goes to the kids. I mean, when that happens and they're doing that, then it makes my job obviously a lot easier. But, you know, there's never an easy game. But, you know, it was fun, and I think, you know, the kids had fun, more importantly.
Yeah, get back on the winning side, and again, playing the kind of basketball I know you want to play. You have to take care of business at home, which you did, but this week, 2 pretty tough road games ahead. Bowling Green playing probably some of the best basketball in the conference, and then you go to Akron on Saturday.
Well, I mean, Chris Jans has that team playing extremely well, and they're solid in what they do. You know, when you watch them, I don't know if they do anything that just blows you away, but they don't beat themselves, which is a really, really pretty neat thing to have going on, and to see what he's been able to do. But, you know, we're going to have to play well. And, you know, we've gone on the road here with the exception of Eastern Michigan, and we've been very competitive. But I think the thing for our group that's important is to understand how you have to win the game. And each game is different, and there are different ways that you go about it, and you have to make sure that you're locked in, that everyone's bought into the same thing, and at the end of the day, it's the result that counts. And so, they've played well. They've been on a little bit of a roll, and then of course, Keith's group has been consistent upon consistent, headed towards another 20-win season, and they've played really well. And you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a tough team. They're going to be hard-nosed, and they just seem to find a way to win. And he's done it with different groups, and done it with losing probably their best player. And they've been able to overcome that, which speaks to the depth that they had in their program. And so, you hit it right on the head. It's 2 tough games on the road. You have to take them one at a time. And as I tell our team, the most important game is Bowling Green. The most important thing that we do is that we make sure that we come in and that we're locked in and that we play the game. And at the end of the day, if you play it and you put in the right amount of effort, then win or lose, you walk away from it with your head held high.